Good evening, students. So, in last class, what we have seen, so reduction of metal oxide to metal. So, in that, we will take one example. So, how aluminum is extracted from alumina. So, let us see. So, it is called, this process is called Herold process. So, it is a electrolytic process. Electrolytic process means we will conduct a electric current through the electrolyte, means which conducts electricity, and then so there is a deposition of metal on cathode. So, this is called electrolytic process. So, in this we will take, so here in extraction of aluminium we will use purified alumina and then cryolite. This is called Na3Al(F6) or CaF2. So any of this compound will be mixed with alumina. So we are extracting aluminium from this alumina. So we are the purpose of the adding this cryolite or calcium fluoride is so to increase its conductivity. So it increases the conductivity of the solution, and also so it lowers the melting point of the alumina. So means if we use high temperature, so this will be melted. So we cannot it is hard to uh, convert it into aluminium. So we will lower its melting point. So this lowering of melting point is carried out by this cryolite or CaF2. So this cryolite or NaAlF6, this is called cryolite, Na3Al(F6). So this cryolite lowers the melting point and increases the conductivity. And then the cathode in this process is used is steel is the cathode, and anode is the graphite. So graphite means it is a carbon compound. So means it is the allotrope of carbon. So here carbon is the anode and steel is the cathode. So in this the overall reaction is, so this alumina is get reduced to aluminium, and here this carbon anode, so this carbon anode convert into carbon dioxide, means it is reduced and it is oxidized, means it is a redox process. So if you see individual reactions at cathode, what happens? At cathode, generally at cathode reduction, at anode oxidation. So at cathode means it contain negative charge, so the positive ion moves to the negative electrode, cathode. So this positive ion will absorb electrons, and then it will converted into aluminium. So aluminium plus 3 is converted into aluminium. This is a reduction process, means gain of electrons. So here it deposited as aluminium on the cathode. And then at anode, what is the reaction? So at anode, generally oxidation takes place at anode. So negative ion moves towards the anode. So anode contains positive charge. So negative ion moves to the anode. So this goes to anode, and anode is nothing but carbon. We have taken carbon, graphite, in the form of graphite. So that reacts with an anion, and it will convert into carbon monoxide gas. So and it releases electrons, means loss of electrons is oxidation. So this is the electrolytic process. Next, refining. So what is the last step of the metal extraction? From the crude metal, we are converting crude metal into pure metal, that is called refining process. So in refining, what we will do? So we have obtained crude metal contain impurities. So we have obtained crude metal from metal oxide. We called it the process as reduction. So in some process oxidation, and in some metals reduction. So by oxidation and reduction we got the crude metal. from the ore oxide. So this crude metal contains many impurities. So because metals are highly reactive, so they easily contaminated. So so they form a so they will become impure easily. So that's why we are removing that impurities. That process is called refining. So to obtain pure form of the metal, so means highly pure form of metal, we need refining. So the refining is nothing but removal of impurities. So based on their differences in properties of metal and impurities. So they will have some differences in some properties. Based on that differences, we can remove the impurities from the metal. So let us see what are the processes: distillation, liquation, electrolysis, zone refining, vapor phase refining, and chromatographic method. So let us see some methods. So distillation. So distillation is based on the difference in boiling point. So we will boil the impure metal. So based on difference in boiling point, low boiling metals will evaporate it. So the metals which have low boiling point are evaporated and they will obtain in the pure form. Because impurities having high boiling point, they will remain in the container. So this is based on difference in the boiling point. And this is used for the refining zinc and mercury. So because they will have low melting point, based on that low melting point property, we will use distillation process for these metals. So we will boil and then impurities will remain in the container, and metals having low boiling point, they will convert it into vapor phase, like that. So distillation is based on the difference in the boiling point. So here not melting point, it is a boiling point. Okay. Then liquation process. So liquation, low melting point metals allowed to flow on a sloping surface having some temperature. So we will take one sloping surface. For example, this is a sloping surface. So we will flow the metal, impure metal. So means it contain metal, crude metal and impurities. So it passed through this surface. So this surface contains some heaters. So it contains some temperature. So the low melting point having metals, so will melt. So they will obtained as a melted form. So when they melt, they will flow and they will be collected in the container. So they will flow and they will collected into the container, and impurities doesn't melt. So like this we will use this method. So low melting point metals, impure metals allowed to flow on the sloping surface having some temperature, some heaters, and metal will be melted and collected, and impurities will not melted and remained on the surface. So this is the process of liquation. And next, electrolytic refining. So electrolytic process means we will conduct the electricity. So we will take one anode and also cathode, and we will conduct pass electricity, and this metal will deposited on the cathode. So in this, what is the anode and what is the cathode? Let us see. Impure metal acts as anode. So this is anode is nothing but impure metal with impurities. And then a strip of same metal in pure form is used as cathode. So this cathode is made up of same metal in pure form. So this acts as cathode. And electrolyte is salt solution of same metal. So here this solution also salt solution of same metal we will take. So then we will conduct electricity, and then the reactions happen at anode. So this metal will dissolve, means it converted into metal cation. So metal will dissolve, and this solution contain Mn plus and along with electrons. So this metal cations having positive charge, so they will move to the negative electrode, cathode, and they get deposited. So this is the process. So at cathode the reaction is Mn plus, by taking electrons it will get deposited as the solid form. So this is electrolytic refining, and example is copper is refined using electrolytic method. So copper in this way it is purified by this electrolytic refining process. So the next process is zone refining. So in zone refining, so we will use so this rod is impure metal, so metal with impurities. So we will use one circular heater here. So this is a circular mobile heater. So we will take the metal rod with impurities and we will pass one circular heater. So what happens here, so the impurities have the tendency to obtain in the form of melted form. So they will easily they will get stability in melted form. So they will be easily melted, and then so here metal in this rod will obtained in the form of solid. So means impurities will converted into melted form and the metal will convert solidified. So it melts first but it solidified easily. So this is the way we have to remove so we will remove impurities from the impure metal. So it is based on the principle that impurities have greater tendency to exist in molten state. So they will stabilize in molten state, and pure metal have tendency to remain in solid state. So it is also melted but it easily solidified. So this is a circular mobile heater. It moves like a roller on this metal rod. So and impurities will come along with this roller heater, and then so impurities will melted and come along with heater in molten state. This process is repeated in several times. So it is repeated in several times. We will get so pure metal by doing several times. So next process is vapor phase refining. So vapor phase refining, so we are converting the metal into its volatile compound. So we will react with metal with a reagent, and reagent converts the metal into compound which is volatile. So which is volatile means it easily evaporated and collected, and then it is decomposed to give pure metal. So first we are converting into volatile compound, then we will decompose to give pure metal. So let us see example. So nickel, Mond process for refining nickel. So nickel, this is impure metal. So nickel reacting with carbon monoxide. So this is a reagent. It converts into nickel tetracarbonyl. So this is a volatile complex. So it is means this compound is volatile in nature. So means it easily evaporated, and then it allows to decomposition reaction with high temperature. So we will provide high temperature and decomposes to pure metal. Now it is obtained in the pure form. Before that it is impure form, but now it is obtained as the pure form. So the other example is Van Arkel method for refining zirconium. So for refining zirconium, we will use iodine reagent. So to convert into volatile compound, zirconium tetraiodide is a volatile compound, and it is heated to high temperature. So this undergoes decomposition process and it will get pure metal and iodine. So this is the way. So to get the pure metals, So this process is called refining.